So this weekend, San Diego Comic-Con happened. There was a lot of announcements. Some were good, some were bad, some were not made that a lot of people expected, I think.
I'm going to be very honest. I didn't pay a lot of attention to Comic-Con. I forgot that it existed. We haven't had one in 2 years.
Yeah, in person.
It was
It's
nice.
been more like the Disney, like D23. That's Disney's like Comic-Con.
I feel like this was just Disney.
Or DC Multiverse.
Marvel basically did the most. And if I'm not mistaken, did DC even have a booth there for their actual comic books, or was it just their film studio?
No, they had their comic stuff and their animated stuff.
I don't. Did they have the booth? Like seriously,
they had a
seriously.
booth. Yeah.
So somebody said this guy. He's on he.
When I was getting together all the announcements to make sure I didn't miss anything, I saw something about DC Comics there.
Well, I knew they obviously had a booth for the movies, but like I thought this year was like the first year they didn't have a comic book booth.
Maybe not. I didn't really seek it out because if we talked about it, we'd get 3 views.
I don't think they had a booth this year. This first year ever.
Might be.
Their sales are really down.
Yeah, I mean,
their movies are. I mean, let's talk about them first.
Yeah, we can get them over a lot faster. So just bear with us for this brief 30 seconds if you're here for the Marvel stuff.
But so seriously, when it comes to Disney though, I mean not Disney,
let's
but
get
DC
for first.
When it comes to DC, see, I keep wanting to say DC Disney. That's horrible.
DC.
Ugh. Disney. No. Disney's. But so when it comes to DC, their franchises are everywhere. Like they don't know what they're doing.
I think
Shazam looks like it's gonna be.
I feel like it's gonna be like the first one.
I don't think it'll be as good as the first one.
The first one, I don't think it had a memorable villain, and I think Zachary Levi's back's probably gonna be hurting from carrying 2 of these now.
Well, hopefully he's got a strong back.
It'll have the same type of humor.
I want him to have. You see, and the thing is, they're making these movies, and they're coming out real similar. A lot of the hype is Black Adam, and I think a lot of people as far as
I feel like that'll be good.
As far as DC's next movie, that's it, Black Adam.
That's the one.
So that's the only movie they're really pumping into. All their other weird stuff, we don't even know what's going on with Flash. Is that movie coming? Are they going to recast it? I mean, at this point...
Well, they've said something about it. They said...
It's like this. Disney made the movie, released the movie.
Yeah.
He's a crazy person. But guess what? People want to see Batman.
Yeah.
And they want to see Michael Keaton play Batman. And if DC holds that from us, I say we boycott.
It's coming out.
I hope it does.
It's like... They said it might not go to theaters, though. It might just go on HBO Max.
And if that's what they want to do, they can do that. But I don't understand.
Ezra Miller
doesn't matter. You're being stupid because it's like this. You can't erase all the movies he's already made.
Yeah.
So
either way, he's making money.
Either way, you've already paid him to be in the movie. You've already made the movie. Don't punish us because the guy got crazy.
If they put more money into the marketing to make it successful, that's going to be more money that they could lose because people boycott the movie.
Well, and if you're boycotting this movie, you're stupid anyways. It's like, yeah, we get it. The guy's not mentally well, but that doesn't stop people from enjoying works that they're in. We have to remember that. When you look at somebody that's evil, the House of Cards guy, what was his name?
Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey. All right, did a lot of really bad stuff. Bet you still watch House of Cards with him in it, don't you?
No.
I bet you still watch American Psycho with him. People are still going to watch these movies. Or American Beauty. He was an American Beauty.
I was going to say, he wasn't an American Psycho.
He's an American Beauty. People still watch the movies. They understand.
Yeah,
people can put it...
They released a movie with them after, and it, flopped insanely hard.
Well, I mean,
what
was the movie about? What was the name of the movie?
I don't remember.
See, I guarantee you they didn't market it, and that's why it flopped.
I mean, I don't think it really matters. I think there's a lot of people who won't go see it because of Ezra Miller.
Well, those are stupid people. There's a lot of people that are going to go see it because it's Batman.
It's not a money stupid. It's a morals. You got to stick to your morals.
But is it? or are they just
Yeah.
get worried
That's
about
how I see it.
backlash? I think they're just worried about backlash.
I mean, I don't like him.
I mean,
He's
nobody
crazy.
likes him. He's crazy. Guess what?
But when we see it, that's going to put more money in his pocket because of the contract.
Well, it's okay.
Not really. He doesn't need more money. He needs
Look.
jail.
I am 100% on board with, guess what? People in Hollywood are not sane people. They're not sane. I don't expect them to be sane. And, you know, that's just another Hollywood crazy going down the dark road and we'll never see him again.
Yeah.
But since the movie's already been made, I want to see it. Because
you
it's
just
got-
want Michael Keaton. That's all you want.
Yes, I do want to see Michael Keaton. I do want to
You're
see Michael
biased.
Keaton. You're biased.
No.
Biased with morals.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good bias to have.
But, so, Black Adam's basically going to be their big hit.
I think so. I think it could change DC movies, really. Because did you watch the new footage that came out?
The new trailer?
Yeah, it's like a minute long.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the...
That has me more excited than anything. Now that we saw him and Dr. Fate fighting.
Well,
That was great.
first off, I mean, when it comes to The Rock, he's going to give 100%. And he, you know, I don't really know the plot of this movie. I don't know all the details. We just know what we've seen in 3 trailers now, I think. And they've been teasing this
2 or
movie.
3.
They've been teasing this movie for like 2 years.
Well, this is like The Rock's passion project, so I think most of the teasing has been from him because he really wanted to make it, and he's the producer as well.
Oh, he's the producer.
Yeah,
The Rock is the passion project on this one, huh?
yeah.
Ah.
And he bought everybody in Hall H, which is like the main auditorium. He's buying everybody that was in there at that time a ticket.
Oh, really?
I don't know how they're gonna work that out.
I mean, I'm excited for it. That's probably about the biggest thing from DC that I'm excited for.
Yeah, and their other announcements were none.
Ah, well,
Aquaman 2 is supposed to come out in December. They didn't say anything.
you know, I like Aquaman. Don't y'all like Aquaman movies? Is there an actor in Aquaman that's just, you know, not cool?
William Dafoe.
How dare you?
No, I'm just kidding. He's the GOAT.
I like Amber.
He'll save the movie.
I like Amber Heard.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I do.
Is it because her dog stepped on a V?
No, it's because I peed on a flea.
Oh, I got you. But they didn't talk about Aquaman 2 or The Flash.
They're not going. Well, like I
or
said,
Batgirl.
why not Batgirl?
I don't know. They just didn't. All they talked about were Black Adam and Fear of the Gods.
I think they may have scrapped things. Like if they do release this Flash movie, they'll probably be like you said, if they put it out on HBO Max, they'll probably be like, this doesn't really count because DC's doing this thing where they make movies that really don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, and one of the biggest problems I'm worried about, or biggest fears I really have is this Shazam and Black Adam. Where are they at in the timeline? Do they really count? Or because they keep using names like you know, Superman and this guy and Aquaman, they keep using these names to tie it in so you'll pay attention. But like we're really not seeing any plans going forward to put them in a Justice League movie or anything for a Justice League 2.
Well, the only thing that really seems like anything is the Flash is going to have Ben Affleck's Batman supposedly, as well as Michael Keaton's.
Well,
So
yeah.
that's the only thing that seems to be building. But rumor has it, some people are on the internet talking about it. Black Adam might have Henry Cavill Superman.
I would love to see it.
This,
First off, I mean, like, you can't, like, DC has to understand, okay, if these movies are going to be related, like, first off, Superman's a god when it comes to us, all right? He can fly into the atmosphere and hear noises. So, like, in the first movie, when there's somebody that's got those kind of powers, like Shazam does, being an idiot in, what was it, Baltimore or something?
yeah.
Like, no, dude. Superman's going to go check that out.
Cleveland.
Huh?
Cleveland? Baltimore?
I don't know. It's some city.
Detroit?
Superman's going to go check that out, so it made no sense for him not to.
Savior of the world stays in Metropolis.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all we've seen in the movies.
Superman has the power to fly.
I guess we saw him in Gotham.
Oh, Gotham. That is the worst thing.
Martha.
That is the worst thing they've ever... Martha! No, don't get me doing this. I can't go back down that road.
Yeah, that's all that they announced.
Yeah, but I do worry that they're doing too much stuff.
Do they have a game plan?
I don't think they do, and
Some people say
if they don't want to do the Aquaman 2 movie because of Amber Heard, I can understand.
Well, it's already filmed.
Stand it,
Just
but
cut her
like,
out. She's not important, probably.
Well, even if she can't be cut out all the way, release the movie. I mean,
still,
nobody likes her, but like at the same time, are you watching the movie in the first place because of her? No, you're watching it because your girlfriend is attracted to
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. That's why you're watching Aquaman. It has nothing. I mean, you know, that's why. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
That's why anybody cares.
He's like the Ryan Reynolds of the DCEU.
Oh, God,
I'm not wrong.
You're not. You're really not. That's what's so
But-
sad. So that's about all I've got.
I mean, there's one other thing too. It's not Disney, DC, Disney. It's
Disney.
unrelated. Before we get into the Marvel, John Wick 4 trailer. It looked like a John Wick movie. It'll be interesting. It'll be action.
Dude, I can't wait for that. Like,
I don't think the trailer really showed us anything.
it didn't really show us that many cool scenes, but like, you know what? You turn your brain off. You watch these John Wick movies, and you do not think about plot.
Yeah.
Or reality. Like, does he look cool while he kills these fools?
Yes.
And that is all you need to worry about. Like, the thing about watching a John Wick movie that I think really helps people out is the insane action scenes and the process that these long one-take scenes and how much work goes into that, how much choreography goes into that. Just, the movies are marvelous movies to make. Like, I mean, they're wonders of action. Like, you know, we never, like Taken, you remember those Taken movies?
Liam Neeson.
I love Liam Neeson.
I will find you.
But, like, he had so many, his action scenes had so many cut takes. Like,
John Wick doesn't.
John Wick doesn't.
That's what makes him
And that's
work.
what makes it work. I don't care about the, okay, lore. I'm not worried about
Who
that.
cares about it?
I
It's
don't
fun
even
to
need a
watch.
plot. I don't even need a plot.
They could just have
John
him kill
Wick
people for an hour
kills-
and a half
yeah.
and give them my money.
Give him my money.
That's really
like,
what they do, but
you know,
I think
at
it'll be
least
fun to
it's
watch.
not the Matrix Resurrections.
Shh, that doesn't exist.
Ooh, but it does.
But yeah, that's the last thing really. Besides, here we go. Are you ready?
No, I'm not. I don't want.
We're gonna start with animated Marvel stuff. All you Marvel fans, we're probably 10 minutes in, so you made it. Congratulations. We're probably gonna skim through this. I'm Groot, August 10th. It's just like
Is it an animated show?
it's like CGI,
Okay.
but it's still technically animated because it's CGI.
Vin
up-
Diesel gets paid $1 million to
It's
record.
all baby Groot.
I am Groot.
Mhm. It's like 6 episodes or something. After that, they announced What If Season 2 that'll come out early 2023.
They need to do a better job with What If Season 2 on a few things. One, don't go. When I see that, I finally took a while to watch them, and Ultron made no sense in that. I did not like it. Don't do that again.
I didn't think it was that bad, but it didn't really fit with his master plan from Age of Ultron.
It didn't fit with his master plan from Age of Ultron, and he used the stones too easily and had too much power with the stones. And how did he go to other universes and have the same amount of power? Marvel, you fudged it.
Yeah, that kind of goes against their
Don't
own
fudge.
continuity.
Yeah, so like I'm excited
But
about
just turn
what.
your brain off.
Well, no, I'm not because
I mean, it's
these
not
are
really connected universe.
but see that's the
each
thing,
its own one-off story, really.
right? And I understand that, and that's what makes it fun. That's what made the What If comic books so much fun back in the day. But don't use established lore so thoughtlessly.
Well, I mean,
The stones work.
I had fun with
The
Ultron.
stones work in their universe, not in other universes. So
Yeah, I just thought he was like menacing.
he is menacing.
And that's why I enjoyed it.
He's a great villain, but like,
I never really tried to put any
No,
thought
don't-
behind it.
don't hit me with he uses the stones in other universes like he did.
He used the stones to destroy the stones.
Oh no. I ain't got enough coffee.
He destroyed the stones to destroy the continuity of the stones. There we go. That's more like it.
Anyways, so I mean, yeah, I'm excited for season 2 because I did like the first season. I just that one part of it was just like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
I didn't even have a note of this. I know they talked about Marvel Zombies as well. It's going to be a show. It's going to have some episodes, but they're not going to focus on Spider-Man or Black Panther or Ant-Man that we left off with. It's going to focus on a different group of people.
What if Interesting tidbit of news. I don't know what movies or what projects, but Bruce Campbell himself has just signed a 3-movie deal with Marvel.
Maybe it'll be another Doctor Strange with Sam Raimi.
No, what? No, he needs to play Ash. Ash exists in the Marvel multiverse.
He could, but I doubt
Like,
it.
it's literally, they made a comic book run about it.
Yeah, but no, they won't.
Yes.
They won't.
Yes, let
No.
the Book of the Dead show up with him, and there's a zombie infestation in Marvel, and he has to take care of it.
I think we already know what it's going to be, though, if we think about it.
Evil Dead.
Pizza Papa's getting a trilogy.
What if Pizza Papa, like, literally just, wears off with the magic, and then he goes on a search looking for this
Listen,
Doctor Strange.
I'd watch
And it ends up, he travels the multiverse, and he finds Doctor
The
Strange.
new saga from Phase 4 to Phase 6 is going to be called the Multiversal Saga. So what if the Kang Dynasty movie that we'll get to in a little bit, what if that's just a fake title and it's really Avengers Pizza Papa?
Hey man, those pizza balls look great.
Mm-hmm. You have to defend your secret recipe from traveling the multiverse.
Yeah, I don't want
Whatever
other...
it takes.
Look, if other universes are too stupid to have Pizza Papa,
Mm-hmm.
they don't get pizza balls.
Exactly.
But he did sign on with a deal. I have no clue what it's going to be. So most likely something to do with Sam Raimi. To be fair,
Yeah.
those two guys are real tight. But Bruce Campbell's,
He's going to be Mysterio.
They already got a Mysterio.
Well, hear me out. In Spider-Man's 1 through 3, when they were going to make the fourth one, it was going to be revealed who was Mysterio. The whole time in the beginning, he's going to be getting arrested. And that was going to be like his cameo, his Mysterio. To explain, like, all his other appearances, basically. It didn't really need explanation. We all know what it was. But that's who he was.
Wait, but I thought he was God.
No.
Because he named Spider-Man. He named him.
The human Spider-Man.
He literally stopped him from going to see his would-be girlfriend. And then he literally tried to help him get married. I mean, he's a guy you want on your side.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll
Mysterio's is misunderstood.
No, Bruce Campbell.
He's Mysterio.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm glad they didn't make Spider-Man 4.
Well, they said that he wasn't happy with Spider-Man 3, so he's going to make the best yet. And it reads interesting. Just like, quick read up of what I remember. Vulture was the bad guy. And Felicity
Felicity
Jones. Felicity Hardy's the actress that was in it. Her in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Felicity Jones was going to be his daughter instead of Black Cat, and she was going to be like the Vulturess. Which is where it loses me.
There's a lot of Spider-Man lore. Let's not mix and match with it.
Yeah.
Let's just be
Let's leave it how it
straightforward.
is.
Well, I like the ideas, but like one of the biggest flaws Marvel has is they know that there's a storyline from from a comic book series,
Yeah.
and they want to adapt it to the big screen, and they just twist it and warp it into something that it's not,
Yeah.
and it just pisses off fans.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you could have done a good job with it. Like, maybe Gore the God Butcher, who doesn't
Oh, don't even get started.
who doesn't butcher gods. A movie where he doesn't butcher gods.
Don't get me started.
Uh,
If you've watched our video, I'll put a card up here if I remember. I read the Gore, the God Butcher comic run recently after seeing the movie, and my opinion's changed on the movie, and now I'm pretty disappointed.
yeah, because me too.
You don't read. Be quiet.
No, but like I didn't know the story until after
But
we
I
watched the
went and read
movie,
the
and
full
I was like,
thing, and
Jesus Christ.
They wasted him. Like, I don't necessarily think 3 Thors. They just did 3 Spider-Man. At that point, what are we doing?
I could have handled 3 Thors.
I would have enjoyed it, but the average movie.
Think about it. We could have got Fat
down.
Thor in there.
No, it'd have been Unworthy Thor, Normal Thor, and
Yeah.
King Thor.
But you see, they can't do stuff. They always have to do their own twist. So it'd have been Fat Thor, Unworthy Thor from the first movie, and a kid named Billy Bob from Arkansas.
Or even one of them even could have still been Mighty Thor.
But it's just
Really?
that's just an Marvel plays fast and loose with stories that they want to adapt.
Yeah.
So to get back to the zombie stuff, I just would like for it to be not ridiculous.
I mean, that was probably my favorite episode of What If. But now that they established that and they're going to say, all right, here's who we're focusing on instead. But they could just be like, this is the team that's here. And eventually they meet up with Spider-Man and all them wherever. Or Spider-Man's headed to them.
So, what other announcements?
But after that, X-Men 97, they're bringing back that show. I don't know that much about it. They released images of what they're going to look like, pretty much the same, and the villains that are coming back. I remember Mr. Sinister. I remember reading about that like a year ago. Yeah.
So this has been in a project, and they've recast some of the voice actors.
Yeah.
For
some
reasons.
of the originals are coming back.
Yeah, but not all of them.
A lot of them are coming. Some of them aren't playing the same character, but they're still coming back.
Yeah,
by that I mean
told they
like
weren't allowed to play the same character.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
And then after that, Spider-Man Freshman Year is coming out 2024. And I'm starting to wonder, because Kingpin and Daredevil are going to be in it. Norman Osborn and Harry Osborn are going to be in it, if I remember that correctly. And that makes me think, because originally I thought this was supposed to be like his freshman year of high school when he just got his powers. And I was really questioning why these guys are going to be in it if he didn't know Norman Osborn. And then Green Goblin
they're going to have them meet.
But now after they said all this, and they showed the shoots, they've shown the suits, I think it's going to be his freshman year of college after No Way Home. Because the suits, like, it's his traditional suit, a future Foundation suit, and then like a stealth suit kind of. But now we're going to get into live action Marvel. And you finally get to know my opinion as we go. So first, obviously, they said Phase 4 is over. It's one of the first things they said.
Nice!
Yeah.
Good phase! Woohoo! Right?
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, not a good phase?
I know.
You know, sometimes I go through phases, and my phases aren't always the best.
I feel like Phase 4 is probably the weakest.
You know, my final phase will be my best. But, you know, for some of my phases, not so good.
Yeah, but we get to talk about Phase 5 in its entirety.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to
3
it.
things from Phase 6.
1 movie.
3. We've got 3 of them.
2 movies. I'm looking forward to 2 movies.
Well, let's get in and find out what they are. So first we got Disney Plus series, She-Hulk.
Yes and no.
That comes out August 17th.
Trailer looked awesome.
Daredevil.
It did look awesome. I liked the trailer. I just don't want, like, they have just not done the Hulk the justice he's ever deserved.
Yeah. And they forgot. He's one, like, you know how DC has Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, that's their, like, Trinity?
Yeah.
Marvel Comics, like comics, were Spider-Man, Wolverine, Hulk. Did they forget that? Like, where's the love for these guys? They kept them alive for years.
You know, the Hulk is just, I just hope they don't make him a complete joke.
I wish they'd kill him at this point. I'm tired of MCU Hulk.
Well, I'm just tired of, like, he's not gotten a good story yet. You know, they teased us with a Black Widow love romance just to rip it out from under us. And I can't go through it no more.
Yeah.
I can't
That
go
did
through
lead
that
to
kind
one of
of
my
pain.
favorite jokes in the MCU, though.
What?
In Thor Ragnarok. When he is trying to keep Bruce calm because he finds out it's on an alien planet, he says, sun's getting real low.
Well, you see, that's the
Hey,
thing
big
now.
guy.
That's
Sun's getting real low.
hilarious. That is hilarious. But
So
you
funny.
thought when he came back they would hook up.
Apparently they talked about it in one scene. You can see it in an Infinity War trailer. Like, Black Widow and Hulk were talking while they were next to the Hulkbuster.
I'm just saying
And it got
they
cut.
should have talked about it. Because, like, here's the thing. And I know it makes for bad storytelling.
Yeah.
I mean, bad pacing in a movie because Infinity War was such fire. But you can't do this. You cannot do overlapping story arcs
Just cut
and
'em.
just, like, cut them because you're searching for... Like, I get in the making a fire movie,
They
but...
should've- even if they just would have talked about it, I think that would have helped. Because Infinity War,
You
it's
only needed a little
gas the
bit.
whole
You
time.
only needed a little bit.
And I mean, sure, how they say, hey, you know, it's not normal. How, hey, Bruce, hey, nah.
It's not like I just run into your arms and he held me. And
But it has been a long time, so I guess I get it. But they still would have talked about it at some point.
They would have. Look, if you haven't seen somebody,
And
you're
after
supposed.
Endgame,
But if you haven't seen somebody for 2 years that you don't know what happened to them,
Yeah.
that you're supposed to have feelings for, you don't just stare awkwardly at each other.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude. So that's all I got to say
Yeah.
about the Hulk. Don't ruin him more.
Yeah.
Please.
And the CGI is still kind of iffy. I don't think it looks the best, but we'll see. Their CGI just hasn't been that good recently,
And it's a Disney Plus.
sadly. I feel like there hasn't really been a good Disney Plus
I'm
project. The best was
glad.
Moon Knight.
I'm glad I pirate my.
Shh. We get it. You're from the Caribbean. Next we have a movie. Yay, movie.
Mhm.
Black Panther.
Not excited
I
for
think-
it.
I don't know. The teaser trailer. I get there trying to string up emotion.
That's all
It's
that
really
was.
long. This music's fun, but at the end of the day,
I didn't like the trailer.
if you are your average moviegoer who doesn't know who Namor is, and like Atuka, if that's how you say it, you're not going to be excited. You're just going to see these trailers, the sad song, maybe the painting of Chadwick Boseman on the wall with the drums will get you happy. But besides that, I don't see anything to really draw the average.
I want to see, and I'm being dead serious. I want to see who the next Black Panther is. We think it's Shuri. A lot of people think it's her.
It's Shuri.
And so I want to see it. I want to see like more of that in the trailer. Like I'm sure future trailers. This was just their teaser.
Well, people
But like
online,
they needed to see Shuri.
people online
Oh,
say
they
that
went crazy. I'm sure.
Shuri is Black Panther, and that M'Baku's going to be the king of Wakanda, but not Black Panther.
Is that possible?
I don't see why not. But I'm guessing if that's true, then I guess that means that his mom has to die because she's queen at this time, as said in the trailer. by
I don't
her.
know. I'm very curious to see how they handled Chadwick's untimely passing, as far as in the story. I would like to see it done tastefully, but also at the same time, I want to see him die.
Either
Like, I want him, and I cannot stress this enough. I want to see the death of Black Panther. Do not show that to us.
they won't.
You
I
you
feel
can
like there's-
CGI that though.
There's only 3 things I think they could do. Really,
You can have him sacrifice himself at the beginning of the movie, and it would look good. Now, if y'all brought Grandmaster Tarkin back to say some weird stuff and look, oddly enough,
pretty good.
real life him and CGI him, real life him looks like CGI him.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he's CGI. Did he ever exist?
No.
But what I'm saying is, I'd like to really see him die. Because and I want to see him. I want to see it like his sacrifice and doing something Iron Man his ass.
I feel,
But
like,
don't do it off camera.
I feel like they're gonna have. There's 3 ways I think it could happen. One, he's gonna be standing like looking out the window, or whatever, and they're gonna have just a big wave from the Atlanteans. Yeah, coming in. The big wave's gonna like crush the window, and that's how he's gonna die, and that's why Wakanda's so mad. But if you look, the funeral doesn't look like it's flooded yet. Maybe they're just on higher ground, but I don't think that's what's gonna happen. I think the second option is gonna be he has to sacrifice himself, saving a kid or something, or like I don't know, like maybe the water's coming in,
I would love to see him.
but not the big one.
I would just love to see him pass
And
away
he has to
in the
pass on the
movie.
suit.
Like,
Or he's gonna have. I think they might actually do how he actually died, and he's gonna have cancer.
no, can you die of cancer if you have his powers?
I mean,
I mean, you're like superhuman.
maybe that's what gave
Captain
him the cancer.
Captain America couldn't die from cancer because of the way his body was.
Maybe.
So if this is like a similar process as
Yeah.
far as you shouldn't be able to die from like being sick.
Yeah, I think one thing that's gonna be interesting though is Ironheart's in this movie.
Ironheart has been set up to be in this movie. I'm not sure how I
You
feel
see her in the
about
trailer.
that.
I think she's gonna be from Wakanda. I don't know that much about the character from the comics. She's
I
newer,
don't either.
and I read more older stuff normally. I think that
I know she's
gonna have a Mark 1 suit. She's not gonna have her polished
no.
flush suit.
I know that in
Fleshed
the
out.
comic books she's been in some really good story arcs.
Yeah,
So hopefully,
I think as long as they do it good and don't try and take away from what Iron Man was, I won't have a problem with it.
well, they've been wanting to answer who the next Iron Man is.
Yeah,
It's Wakanda.
I'm gonna mention something too. They announced all these projects. They didn't say anything about Armor Wars.
Are they planning on
So
doing
I wonder
that?
if it got canceled because they announced it. I wonder if it got canceled or there was a bunch of empty spots on the Phase 6 map. I wonder if they just
They might have moved it back.
like talk about it and it's in Phase 6 somewhere. But we'll see. Next up after Black Panther, like I said, pretty excited, but we'll see. I think it'll be nice to just have a movie because we're about to get into a whole lot of Disney Plus. Hope you're ready. Secret Invasion, spring 2023.
Colby Smulders, my favorite actress.
I think it's gonna be interesting.
No, she is like one of my favorite actors.
I don't mean her, but I think the show will be interesting.
She's terribly funny, and she's Canadian too.
Oh my gosh, nobody cares. But
other than Secret Wars,
Secret Invasion. That's the Skrulls.
I know.
So,
that's the Skrull invasion.
Who's gonna be a Skrull?
They're gonna make
stupid
people. No, they're gonna make Spider-Man's gonna be a Skrull.
It's gonna be War Machine. Calling it
War Machine.
War Machine.
You don't know any secret stuff, do you?
That's why there was an actor change. It's been a Skrull.
That would be a smart way to do it.
Well, it's not like it's pretty obvious. It's not a difference. Don Cheadle looks nothing like him. But after that, we got another movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Adam Warlock, High Evolutionary.
See, I'm not excited about this
gonna be
anymore. This
the best one.
No, this should have been this. No offense, I don't care about Adam Warlock no more. Like, you literally teased me with this man right before Infinity War because he is so tied to Thanos' story in the comic books, and every story with Thanos.
Yeah.
You've got no. I'm not excited about this.
I'm more excited about High Evolutionary because I think that's how Rocket Raccoon is made. Is from High Evolutionary. Like
it could be, but at the same time, I mean, what are you hyping this up for? Do you realize how powerful this guy is? What this guy represents? You're throwing it in at the third movie that came out. If they hadn't fired James Gunn, would have had this movie.
Yeah.
And y'all have messed up terribly. And you're making a movie that people are going to care about because they like the Guardians of the Galaxy, but you're going to introduce a character way past the time y'all should have introduced them. This is bad form on Marvel.
That's one of them. That's one of the ones I'm actually excited for.
I mean, I'm excited to watch it, but at the same time, it's like not as excited as I should be because
I think it's fun that they're at least bringing him though, and didn't just scrap it.
I think they're gonna bring him, and he's not gonna be anything like that.
Well, we have some villains that they'll have to nerf him.
Huh?
They're gonna have to nerf him, make him weaker. There's no way they won't. But I think it'll be fun to see, because James Gunn described it as why Rocket Raccoon. Like, he says the plot's like why Rocket is the most pathetic creature in the universe is the plot, and then that's how I know it's gonna be High Evolutionary made him and abused him, tortured him, all that stuff, and it's gonna make you sad. And almost every cast member was crying. Don't make
me sad for a raccoon. I don't like trash pandas. Don't make me sad for them.
Yeah. But after that, we're back to the Disney Plus in mass. We've got Echo. She was in Hawkeye. Daredevil and Kingpin will be in it, so that'll be how they get people to watch it. I think if they weren't in it, it would probably be the lowest view count they've had. We didn't get any trailers or anything. They didn't really talk about it much. They just announced it, so we don't really have that much to say. But going on right along, we have Loki Season 2 that's coming out summer 2023 as well, as Echo is as well. Season 1 was okay. I think a lot of people think it's the best show they've made. I liked the episode with all the Lokis, but I thought it was going to be a lot more, 2-3 episodes worth, and it was just one rushed episode. Because I feel like all their shows are they write a movie and drag it and stretch it as much as they can.
They're telling
stories worth of writing.
They're telling stories in really bad storytelling. I didn't like Hawkeye's flow. I didn't either. Disney's problem really got when you talk about Obi-Wan and how they had to have at the end of every episode they had to have something for tension.
Yeah.
That was really contrived.
Walking Dead TV.
Contrived. Yes, Walking Dead TV. So, if they're going to do these contrived scenarios in these movies, in these shows, they're not going to be good. You have to quit doing that.
You all right?
No, I don't know what that was. But they need to quit doing that. If they're going to tell a story. But don't make it to where we have to have cliffhangers at the end of these episodes. Just because that's how... You're not doing that. You're doing a 6-hour movie over the course. And a 6-hour movie... No.
They're doing a 2-hour movie over a course of 6 hours.
So you don't have all
the writing is for a 2-hour movie is what it feels like. And they say, all right, filler, 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 filler. So by the time you
Do
actually
you think
get the
the
plot,
people?
it's
Do you
not
think
worth
the
it.
people that have to write on these shows are just like the people that are like the interns?
Yeah. I need coffee and a show by Monday morning on my desk.
I want 6 different versions of it. We're gonna form them all into one version,
Yeah.
and that's
it's
how
just-
Loki got made.
It just doesn't feel right to me.
What if
No.
Loki kissed himself?
Kind of did.
That's how we got Loki.
Yeah. What if Loki were his own parent?
What if Loki was his own mother?
Loki and Sylvie has a baby, and it's Loki. This is what's gonna happen. But nah, that show's gonna be interesting.
What if it
though.
was Hela?
But listen, there's only oh my god, no. There's only one thing that matters in season 2 of Loki, and if it does not happen, I don't care how many more seasons they make, I will not watch it.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson better ride a jet ski.
I think Owen Wilson's Loki. I think he's a Loki from a different time.
I mean, that'd be an interesting twist. I doubt it though.
That's the Hawaii Loki.
I feel like the TVA would have liked
No.
the Hawaii Loki.
Mm.
After that, we're gonna keep going.
Loki Hawaii 5.0.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, everybody would. He would have a jet ski.
After that, though, we've got this project I'm second, like one of the second project I'm excited for that we've gone over so far. Blade movie, not a show, a movie.
Who's starring?
Marshall Ali or something like that.
Don't think I know. him.
Mahershala Ali.
What's he been in? Or is he an unknown?
No, he's been in a bunch of stuff. Have you watched the Luke Cage show?
Yeah.
He was the bad guy.
So he's gonna play.
Did you watch The Green Book?
That's the president. Like they're driving from like Louisiana.
He's a musician.
Yeah.
He's the musician, yeah.
Okay.
He looks the part. He looks very similar to Wesley Snipes.
First off, I
It'll
just
be
think
good.
you could probably put Wesley Snipes back in that role.
He's too old.
But he doesn't look old.
Listen, multiverse, both.
You know, a lot of people a long time ago were
And
talking
then it
about.
comes out that Blade's just Loki.
A lot of people were talking about a long time ago about how like Blade, you know, they didn't count Blade. Like, you know, everybody wants to talk about how Black Panther was such a big step for Marvel because it was the first movie that starred African Americans in the lead role. And I'm thinking to myself, dude,
Blade.
98, I was watching Blade.
Spawn.
Like, well, he's a comic book character, but he is not with Marvel. So.
Yeah, but they say first comic book movie
Yeah.
a lot of the time. But I think they just don't know what they're talking about.
Well,
sure, it's the first in like the superhero movie.
Do you know that Blade made enough money that Marvel didn't have to go out of business?
And they
like-
made 2 more of them.
Like, you know, the most important thing about Blade movie, the first Blade movie, was it allowed the studio to stay in business.
Yeah.
And that is insane when
Yeah.
you think about that. And
So they better not mess this movie up.
he better
Really.
be like. All I'm saying is,
I
if
think
he
they
is,
cast him perfect.
if this guy is a wimp,
The casting is perfect.
it's gonna be
The
like,
casting is
Blade
perfect.
has to be the most intimidating
I'm
person.
more worried about the writing than the casting.
Like-
Really.
I remember, like, that's the thing though. Blade is just Wesley Snipes as Blade was just so intimidating. You didn't tell him he was wrong. He could have been completely wrong about something. Like, this color is blue.
He's got on his red sunglasses, so it's like orange or something.
It's like, I'm not even gonna tell him. I'm not gonna tell him he's wrong.
No, you're right,
Not-
Chief.
you got it. It is that color that you said it was. That it's not.
I wonder if we'll get to see Dracula.
I'm not too huge on the Blade lore as far as deep as it goes with his nemesis and stuff, but
You know what we need in this movie?
Uh,
Jared Leto Morbius.
only
feel like that movie's-
only if we kill him.
That movie was not great, but I want you to know I went into this movie. I didn't go see it in theaters. I expected the absolute most dog crappiest piece of garbage I've ever seen, and I really didn't think it was like as bad as people say. But that does not mean it's good. It was like an alright superhero formula movie.
Maybe
Just on the record,
maybe you kind of just had a dinner.
I compared to the first Venom.
Maybe you just went to dinner and your food was unpleasant and it gave you indigestion, and that's what watching Morbius is like.
No, it's not that bad. Like, you can sit through it. I don't think if I saw it in theaters, I
I
would
could
have
sit
walked
through a
out.
lot of things that
I
I'd rather
would not
not.
have walked out. I'll put it that
I
way.
mean, I could watch the.
Like, it's enjoyable to watch like one time. My biggest problem with it was the CGI, really.
CGI.
And if they do in Blade, if they do any of the CGI similar, it'll ruin it. It's so confusing, like the way it works, and they don't really explain his powers. You just know he's going fast, but like sometimes he's like the speed of a car a little slower, and sometimes he's faster than a train.
Off topic a little bit. Dracula Untold. Did you see that in the movie?
Yeah, and it has what's his name, the dude that Luke Evans or something. Yeah, and he puts on the suit at the end that brings the storm. Yeah,
but the Dracula Untold, man, that movie that was the best vampire movie I've seen since the first Evolution.
Well, they've said Anthony Starr, which is Homelander in The Boys. Some people are starting to say he's been cast as Dracula, and if he's Dracula in Blade, and
nah, it's they're rebooting them the MonsterVerse.
I mean,
Tom Cruise killed it,
Yeah.
so they got to reboot it.
Well, think about it. They have Werewolf by Night coming out either this year or next year. And that's going to have Werewolf by Night and Elsa Bloodstone in it. Blade's coming out. And that'll probably have Dracula in it. I imagine. It might just have some throwaway vampire villain. If they do Morlun this early, they're stupid.
Well, they might, yeah. Well, Marvel, Marvel doesn't make the best.
They'd waste him if they put
They
him
waste
in
a lot
the
of
first
people.
movie. But I don't know. I think it'll be good. I really do. I don't have a lot of faith in a lot of these projects, but that one I feel like if they're going to get one thing right, that's got to be it.
We'll see. I'm excited about it, but Andrew, the most important thing I have to ask you is, does the size of a man determine his greatness?
So we're going to keep going. After that was a movie, by the way. That's why I have a lot of faith in it as well. It's not going to be ruined by 6 hours with an hour and a half worth of writing. But after that, Disney Plus, Ironheart. I don't really have anything to say on that until after we see Black Panther 2. That'll probably be when she finally gets her first real suit, unless it's right at the end of the movie.
Are they making her a movie?
It's a show on Disney Plus, of course. Which does have me more worried about it.
Yeah, that's going to be bad budget, so she's not going to be seen doing a whole lot.
It'll have a decent budget, but I think it being a Disney Plus show will ruin it. In the Hood, if you know who that is rumored to be the villain. But after that, Agatha. It used to be House of Harkness. It got changed to Coven of Chaos. It's coming out winter 2023. And Ironheart was fall 2023, if I didn't mention that.
So,
but who asked for that show? Did you ask for that show?
What?
Agatha.
Yeah, I did. I liked her.
I feel like that's going to be like, what are we doing here? Are we about to Sony it and start making content for the bad guy? Like the villains?
No, we're just making content for the sake of making content.
Money.
Print the money, man. Print the money.
I don't see how they can make that project. Like, what are they going to do? An origin story?
Bring Wanda back.
Is Wanda going to be in it?
I don't know.
I just don't have a lot of faith in it. Because I don't understand why it's being made.
Well, back to the point. Does a man's size determine his stature?
So, after that...
You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, that's fun. Just trucking on. This one, I don't know if I'm excited or not. Captain America, The New World Order.
No. Captain America
I think
not as good of a... The writing... The Russo brothers did an okay job with The Winter Soldier.
That's a great movie.
But...
Maybe overrated.
Since then... They're
not doing it.
I know, but they've kind of ruined Captain America. I mean, a little bit, like... You know?
I mean...
Like...
Not really.
Sam, you know...
I'm excited by Sam as Captain America.
Sam, you know...
But I think...
He didn't get a good story in his first outing.
No. And it's the same writers, so I don't have that much faith.
So, I mean...
But this time, it's not going to be drug out. I think there was some good points of, like, when he's like, you're fighting the right fight, but you're doing it the wrong way. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, little speech. That kind of got me behind him. But then, like, the show sucked. And they're bringing the writer back?
Well, you don't have to have success in Hollywood. You just have to have done something.
Yeah. So I think it'll be fun to see him, but because it's the same writer, I don't have any faith. Like, it just... I want to be excited, but at the same time I can't. And that's May 3rd, 2023.
Well, check this out.
So hopefully they change it before then.
I don't know if you know this or not, but the guy that wrote Loki wrote Multiverse of Madness? Yeah. Same guy.
Yep.
And he doesn't understand how multiverses work. He changed the way multiverses worked in one show and did it differently in the movie. He forgot his own rules. It's the same guy. He forgot his own rules that he established for the multiverse.
Yeah.
This is like your multiverse expert.
Yeah, but neither one's really great writing. So, like, I enjoy Multiverse of Madness, but I know there's a lot of problems with it.
A lot of problems.
But it's Sam Raimi, like, horror type, so I enjoyed it.
You know what I'd have liked even better?
Pizza Papa.
No. Think about this. It's the end of the movie. All hope is lost, and all of a sudden, Doctor Strange is about to defeat Wanda as the zombie Strange.
That's the best part of the movie.
And like all of a sudden, a chainsaw goes through his chest and rips him in half.
Nah.
And it's Ash.
I want to see.
It's Pizza Papa.
A burning chain wrap around him, and then just like pull her, and she burns to dust, and then it cuts, like it pans over. And it's Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider.
Look, first off,
that's all I wanted.
First off,
some people,
if we're gonna be like true power, she is so powerful he wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, I mean, if he did his penance stare, he's got the chance.
Yeah. If he grabbed her and pulled her up,
so he could have sneak attacked her.
You know, but I think her soul right now isn't concerned with the. See, it only works if you're ashamed of your deeds.
It's true.
So, like, maybe because she's just trying to get her kids and it's a Monday. You know? It's just a Monday.
It's just a Monday. But, yeah. And, you know, my biggest problem with that, too, because this is a screenwriter who, in that movie, Doctor Strange, his whole point was, like, this Doctor Strange is different. This Doctor Strange is different. And then at the end, what's he do? The same thing as the rest of them. Whoever wrote that should be fired.
What about this? Continuity actually good here. The recklessness of Doctor Strange in the Spider-Man movie, you know, where he just about basically ripped the multiverse apart. Turns out he is the most dangerous thing to the multiverse, because we've already seen him, like, when the whole council is right there talking to him, telling him how much of a danger he is. Literally, like, 3 months before earlier, he's pulling people from all across the multiverse into his universe because you know,
that's Spider-Man's fault though.
It is. He could have fixed it.
Doctor Strange cast the exact spell that he asked for. Can everyone forget? He said sure, and they had to keep changing it.
And then Spider-Man had to be like all a hero at the end. I get that, but I'm just saying, this ain't the first time we've.
This ain't our first rodeo doing this.
Yeah. This ain't the first time we've seen him tamper with the
like in the movies that aren't his. He's like the GOAT. He's always like one of my favorite characters. But in his own movies, it's just like,
it's Thor.
Why are you stupid in these movies and you're the best in these?
It's Thor. They don't know what to do with Thor. They don't know what to do with Hulk in movies. They don't know what to do with a lot of characters. They know what to do with
Hulk in the first Avengers.
Smash.
That's about it. But, you know.
Can we get to my Ant-Man movie now?
We're almost there. Ooh. I didn't write it. It wasn't on their Instagram. That should have been before Guardians of the Galaxy. Ant-Man Quantumania, that's coming out next spring.
Yeah, we're talking about it last.
No, we'll go ahead and talk about it.
Yay. Does the stature...
Because we missed it.
Does the size of a man determine how great he can be?
Yes. No. Maybe.
Not if you're Paul Rudd.
Not if you're Paul Rudd.
He can be any size.
He doesn't age. Him and Tom Cruise are vampires.
No.
And that's the Blade plot. He's going to go kill Paul Rudd and Tom Cruise.
No, don't put Tom Cruise in the MCU.
Supposedly he already was.
Yeah, they cut him for good reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have loved to have seen Superior Iron Man and him play it, but
yeah.
Oh well, it wasn't meant to be. But so I am somewhat...
I'm just actually going to stop you. You know what would have been fun, just as the end credit scene? Having that Wanda for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Having Wanda that, like, got possessed and destroyed the Illuminati. Having her wake up the next morning and step on her porch and, like, Sue Storm, Franklin Richards, and you know, basically every superhero that would be pissed off just in her lawn, like, ready to fight.
And
That'd been
it would have been
hilarious.
funny if she just wiped like that and they all disappeared.
Or just have Bruce Campbell's Pizza Papa there for vengeance.
Now he's got to beat himself.
He's
up
got to
there,
have his
too.
own trilogy. But anyways, back on Ant-Man.
I liked the first two Ant-Man movies. I think this movie will hopefully.
Baba
The
Yaga.
thing is, they're gonna have Kang in this. Apparently they're really gonna go all in with this character because I think he's gonna be in something else too.
It's gonna be in a couple things because
So-
King has like
Multiple.
ones, and they're each
But-
like their own character.
But
Like I think Franklin Richards might have been a king in certain stories, if I remember correctly, or something
not sure.
like that.
well, Kang, Kang goes. He always ends up creating himself.
Yeah,
Like he tries to not be him, but every time he tries to stop what he is, he ends up doing it.
yeah,
So he's really cursed with time, with an infinite time loop.
yeah.
But I'm excited. I just with the Loki show and this, I don't know where things are going to add up.
I think
I
he was
mean,
the best part of the Loki show, honestly.
He's definitely
Just
a
him
heck of
being
an-
so funny.
yeah, he's definitely
and, like,
a good actor.
When he knew he was about to die, and
Um,
his last words were "See you soon," I was just like, "Oh, they messed up." Like just as soon as he said it, you
well,
knew.
it's meant like he knew. When you're a time god,
Yeah.
what do you do? Like
And they showed footage for this. It didn't release online unless you
I haven't
watch
seen it.
like a phone recording that's probably the worst quality ever. But apparently he asks Ant-Man if he's an Avenger, and then he says, "Have I killed you before?" I was just like, "Dang, that's cold." And we had a poster for this movie. It kind of looks like Starry Night with Ant-Man,
I
Wasp.
just want you to
Stature and
know.
King.
I just want you to know that the Fantastic Four wrecked him the first time they met.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I feel like this is King the Conqueror though. It's not like one of the variants that are like throwaway. This is the one that's like the one. Like this is the important one. So if they just beat him, they're making an Avengers movie about King that we'll get to later. If they just beat him, why am I gonna care about that Avengers movie? So this has to have a bad ending for somebody. Probably Ant-Man.
I don't know. I will say something interesting about the Ant-Man movie. This is like we're getting our third casting for his daughter.
Because the first and second one have the same one, and then Endgame has that one girl, and then this one has Catherine Newton.
So, how old is his daughter in this movie?
Probably
Like
18 to 21.
Like
In the trailer, they say that he gets a call from the police department, and she got arrested because she was doing superhero work.
So she's got superpowers.
Yeah, she's got a super suit,
Ooh, a super suit.
an
I like-
Ant-Man suit.
Oh, that's not good.
She's
She was trouble. Like if you remember in the second movie, the character is trouble because in the second movie they had Antonio and they broke into that place
Yeah,
and I forget what they were stealing, but like she's trouble. She's like a little kid. She's breaking into places.
that's gonna be such a good movie. Like I think I'm probably most excited for this one, but I think the writing has potential to mess it up. But we do know MODOK's gonna be in this. So
See, and that. So
I
are
feel
we
like
gonna get
MODOK should have his own
Sentinels?
story.
Are we gonna get Sentinels in this too?
Probably not. Mutants were just introduced in Miss Marvel, and they didn't even announce anything mutant related. But there were a lot of blank spots in that Phase 6 one. They just announced 3 things from it. So I feel like one of those like summer 2025, I think it was, movies, or 2020, like late 2024. One of those has to be.
Like, I don't know.
And the Marvels is coming out. They talked about it a little bit. I don't have it on my paper. Is there a chance that's going to be mutant related? Because Miss Marvel's the first mutant in Marvel now.
I'm not a big fan of
It's
the
supposed to be
way
Apocalypse,
they're gonna. I'm not a big fan of the way they're gonna do. Well, Apocalypse, no,
but he's the first mutant.
not necessarily. That's kind of a lie he tells people.
Yeah, but
He
like,
found celestial technology, made a deal with them. It's kind of,
Yeah, but like he kind of is.
Um,
And I guess Age of Apocalypse. they don't
well,
know something
technically,
about.
mutants are because of celestials. I mean, they created the Eternals. They experimented on humans to give them the possibility for superpowers in the
Yeah.
future, and then they created the deviants. And, so the Celestials are really to blame for everything.
It's all their fault.
It's all their fault.
That's why Gore kills them.
No.
He does.
He cannot kill a Celestial.
Nowhere, the head in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He did not kill them.
His sword cut it off.
Yeah, but
All
he
black.
didn't. He didn't.
At least
do
in the
it.
comics.
He didn't do it.
Yeah, so what? It was no. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying it depends on who.
In the comics, the Blade
it-
is still a symbiote with no spirit inside, and that's how he's able to do all that stuff.
You're
and make
gonna
the
need
Black
a
Berserkers.
strong.
Is it the size of a man that makes it matter? Whatever you've been saying.
I was just trying to tell an Ant-Man joke a couple times.
Yeah,
and
I know where
you
you
would
were
not
leading.
let me tell it. So that's on you that it's not funny. That's all on you.
But yeah, so
Uh,
you didn't say excited, not excited, and Bill Murray's in it.
Yeah, he's a shill for Disney now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Damn, he's shilling for Disney.
Ghostbusters didn't pay him enough.
I guess not. I don't know. I'm excited about the Ant-Man movie. I like Paul Rudd. He is absolutely hilarious. What's her name? Oh my God.
Evangeline Lilly or something. Like
She is awesome. She's hilarious.
that. Yeah.
She's pretty. She looks like she can do all her own stunts. So, and they have great chemistry. I can't wait to see Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
New character. His daughter's going to be coming into this. That's the Detective Pikachu girl, right? So, like, get to see what she can do.
Detective Pikachu, freaky. Yeah.
We get to see what she can do in an action role. And you got 3 characters that shrink small and, like, probably a lot of really cool CGI moments.
Yeah. And they're gonna be in the quantum realm most of the movie.
So, like, I mean, there's a lot of things to be excited for. This is probably the last Marvel movie I'm going to be excited for. Guardians and this are my 2. And then I'm kind of mentally checking out.
No Fantastic Four.
No. Look, son, I've seen I was there when it was created. All right, I've seen
Not the
Fantastic.
comics, but
I've seen Fantastic Four.
yeah.
Okay.
But that's
Chris
they've
Evans.
they've made like
Chris
decent-
Evans is my torch. Okay.
I feel like yeah. You mean it's not Michael B. Jordan from Fant Four Stick?
No, it's Chris Evans. He's my torch.
This is how it is on the posters, so that's why I call it Fant Four Stick. It's like
I know. You're not the only person.
yeah, Fant Four Stick.
But no, they're not going to do the Fantastic Four correctly. They're not. They're not going to do it right. They're going to mess it up. And then they're going to mess up Doom, who is the single.
Hold on.
Year.
We'll get there in a second. We've got a perfect time to talk about that coming up. We'll get there. Last 2 movies, or projects. Daredevil, Born Again, Disney Plus show, spring 2024. 18 episodes.
Oh, boo-boo.
Yay. That's a great comic story.
You
Born
don't
Again.
know that it'll be like that?
But after what they did with Gore, screenwriter is very important. If they get the person who wrote like the Netflix series, I'm all for it because there's not a bad episode in that show.
You know why Punisher can't be in Marvel anymore? Because, like, he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
Like, Marvel...
He's an anti-hero.
No, he's not even an anti... He's just not a good person. And, like, Marvel wants to paint people with, like, a light of a hero. And sometimes the hero is not a good person.
Yeah.
And...
They won't bring him back.
No.
They might, but I doubt it.
That was a wonderful time when we
Yeah.
got a wonderful show. It ended way too soon.
I think Netflix did really good. So bring those writers over if you don't, and you have like, I think his name's Michael Waldron. I think that's who wrote Multiverse of Madness. I might be wrong. That name's sticking out to me for some reason right now. If that's who's writing this, no, it's gonna suck.
But
That'd be an hour and a half of writing stretched between 18 episodes. No. And I feel like that 18 episodes, they're probably going to cut it down to like 6, 3 seasons. I don't have any proof for that.
well, I mean,
But,
that's
like,
what you do. I mean, when you've got a TV show and they order 7 episodes, you don't do it all at once.
It's going to
You
be,
space it out.
yeah, they're going to,
ride that.
they say 18 episodes because you're like, yeah, and then you'll get 6, and then they'll say season 2, fall 2025, and you'll rip your hair out.
No, I won't care.
But, yeah. And then lastly, but not least, it's a movie. The Thunderbolts, July 26th, 2024.
Not excited.
It's going to be
it.
Marvel's Suicide Squad.
Not excited about it. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
That's another
We don't
Eternals
need it.
throwaway. We don't need it. Like I need Marvel to understand that I love their library of characters, but they don't all work.
They choose the wrong ones.
They don't work in a cinematic universe. You can't just throw them all in there because when you do these cameos, you really mess stuff up. You leave story threads on, and we're really seeing
I don't
the
think we can hold them to cameos as continuity.
I think we absolutely can, and I think also
they never thought they'd get this big. At least the early ones.
well,
right now,
yeah.
Yes, we can hold them to them. But at least like with Thor and the Infinity Gauntlet, they didn't know what they were doing back
but
then.
one of the biggest mistakes they keep making is they keep throwing more and more characters in, and it's like, let's just do a few characters at a time.
I don't think there's a problem with that many characters.
Too many characters.
But I think you have to balance it right and not just say, all right,
Like,
Captain Marvel,
the
Captain
comic
Marvel,
books,
Doctor Strange,
the comic books have
Captain
this
Marvel.
problem sometimes too. It's
a
like,
little bit of Spider-Man.
It's like there's this one scene in Infinity. I think it's an Infinity Gauntlet. It's one panel, and it's got Spider-Man. It's got Thanos over here about to do some Thanos-y stuff. It's got Thing over here like falling backwards like a baby. Spider-Man's over here. It's just got like characters everywhere, and it's kind of hilarious. All these headers are like just.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with having all these characters is my biggest problem with Hawkeye is that
he shoots arrows and he's kind of lame.
No, the show.
Oh.
The finale happens in Rockefeller Center. The Christmas tree is standing, and they knock it down. They don't have time to replace that in a single Christmas season. When Spider-Man web swings out his window, he goes right past that tree.
Hey, did you know that?
I get they don't want to overshine Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, but in no Marvel comic ever would Spider-Man not have shown up, especially with Kingpin there. Never would that have happened under Spider-Man's watch. Like, he would have been there.
So that is a valid point with these problems. Is like that's the thing I was saying about DC a while ago.
Yeah.
You can't cause that much ruckus and not get the heavy hitters showing up.
Did you know?
And in New York City, there's nobody as big of a hitter as Spider-Man.
Yeah. In DC, the stand-in for Henry Cavill's Superman has been in more projects as Superman than Henry Cavill now.
Well, did you know that that is interesting?
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
You learned stuff here.
All right, let's get to it.
Yeah, let's wrap this up because
Fantastic Four, Phase 6, first movie.
It's gonna suck. It's not even gonna be part of Phase 5.
That's
They're waiting till Phase 6. Let me tell you something. I know we're not there yet, but there's Avengers movies called The Secret Wars. You need to set that. Do not release this movie and then immediately release that movie.
Every Phase 6 spot before Secret Wars that was blank on that like map thing, if they're not Doctor Doom related, they failed.
They failed.
If Kang Dynasty is not just a like trick away title where Doctor Doom shows up, stomps him, and is the real villain with a huge plot twist ending, and then they do Secret Wars, they failed.
I'm just saying, Secret Wars needs to have a good. And that's the thing.
They rushed it.
They need to.
How long did Infinity War take? 10 years? Why are we trying to do an even bigger story in 5?
Money.
I think they know people are losing.
I'm good at this. Ask me another question.
Money.
Money.
Would you rather have SpongeBob or all the money in my pocket? Well, that depends. How much money's in your pocket? 63 cents.
No, I'd rather have SpongeBob because
63 cents.
You know what I could do with SpongeBob? I could make money with SpongeBob. Kids.
But he'd rather have the money now.
No.
That's what he chose in the show.
No.
That's what he did.
No, you take SpongeBob and then you sell his toys to kids.
Oh my gosh. I mean, yes, but yeah. Fantastic Four.
Merchandise.
And we have a supposed leaked cast.
And
I did a video on this and just never edited it because I didn't have time, so we're going to talk about it now.
Alright.
You ready for this?
No.
Jamie Dornan,
Don't know.
which is the dude from 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, that guy.
Is rumored to be Mr. Fantastic.
That's
right now.
going to be no. The big no. Pass.
Amanda Seyfried.
Oh,
Give me the ring, my precious eyes.
Oh yes, I love her.
Invisible Woman.
Yes, I love her. Gives us the ring,
Yeah.
precious.
Mamma Mia. Mean Girls. Joe
Ted
Carey.
2.
Yeah. From Stranger Things. Human Torch.
Don't
I
know
like
that
it.
Show.
He's the dude in Fall Guy that's like the tech programmer dude with glasses.
Okay.
I think it fits really well. Jason Segel.
Siegel.
Yeah, Segel. From How I
Seagal's
Met
a
Your-
crazy man from the 80s.
He's Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
He's the Thing. And then this
No.
That's what it's rumored to be. I don't.
No, that's horrible casting.
Some people have also said not Joe Rogan, Seth Rogen is gonna be the Thing, and I think the voice is kind of there.
I'd like to see Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan,
I'm serious. Joe Rogan as the Thing. You serious?
the Things podcast.
Oh man.
But podcast though, you actually gave me a great segue. Another podcast host is possibly rumored to be Dr. Doom. Howard Stern. They said that Marvel convinced him to do Dr. Doom.
Who smokes crack that wrote this leak? Because that's all this is.
No. Well, this is a different leak. This is a different leak. So Jason Segel is rumored to appear as the Thing in She-Hulk. That was one leak. The other three were a different plot leak. And Howard Stern, he said or tweeted or said, somehow he communicated that Marvel convinced him to do Dr. Doom. So that makes me think they're doing
Dr. Doom.
So some people say, "Oh, he's Dr. Doom." I don't think so. I think they're doing a Dr. Doom project, and he's going to be a character, whether that's a movie or a show.
Yeah,
I think that's what that's.
First off,
he can't be Dr. Doom.
He's old.
And that was I don't have my phone.
He's older than crap.
There's somebody else that was rumored to be Dr. Doom now.
Do you know who should be Dr. Doom?
Who?
The guy that was originally Dr. Doom.
No, he's too old.
No, he's not.
There's a guy though. Oh God.
I could be Dr. Doom.
No.
Do you know, fun fact, he goes to hell once a year. Well, it's not really hell, but he goes to Mephisto's realm once a year to battle for his mother's soul.
I did not.
He does it every year. Mephisto's almost unbeatable in his own realm.
Yeah.
So he never gets to. But, I'm just saying, if you really cared about your mother, maybe when you became God Emperor Doom, you could have went down there and just yanked her.
Yeah, really.
But,
I'm trying to think of. This is gonna bother me. Do you have your phone?
No.
Yes, you do.
It's over there.
Get your phone. Commercial break. Bro, I don't want to see that. Why are you Googling that? Maybe I was dreaming. We didn't see anything. We looked at 4 different links.
But
so
it's just Howard Stern is irrelevant. He's out of date, and he's just probably.
I don't think he's Dr. Doom.
Trying to stir up some stuff. I like Dr. Doom. I don't think they're going to do a good job with his character. A lot of people. He is a massive fan base. As far as all the villains in Marvel, he's up in the top 5 of fan bases. You got a lot of Thanos guys. You got a lot of Dr. Doom guys. Magneto. And top 3. Those are probably your top 3 villains.
Yeah.
That, everybody. Galactus is not a villain. You call entities like.
He's just a cosmic being that
needs to eat. And I hope they understand the importance of putting eternity in an MCU movie.
It was. You know who did it?
That's
just a cameo.
That is a very, very important concept in Marvel.
We'll see him next.
Probably just going to wreck it.
Maybe Secret Wars.
They're gonna.
But yeah, so let's talk about that too. Obviously, there's 2 Avengers movies. May 2nd, 2025, Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. Avengers, Secret Wars, November 7th, 2025. They're months apart.
That'll change. That'll change. That's just a rough estimate. That'll change. It will.
Well, that's the dates right now. They'll probably be postponed, but Secret Wars should not be for the next 5 years. That needs at least 5 years from the start of the multiverse saga. Or longer even, really. Because they've got to build Dr. Doom right.
Well, most importantly, who's going to be the Beyonder?
Well, phase 4 through 6 is the multiversal saga, is what they're calling it. Because, 1 through 3.
Phase
Infinity
4
Saga.
did a horrible job of multiverse.
And a lot of this is going to be Disney Plus too.
Yeah.
But where's Doctor Doom coming in?
Let's put it to you this way.
He'll have to come in right here.
I'm not excited about any of this. There's too much bloat in this, and a lot of we've seen the Disney Plus formula for their shows. It's not a very good formula.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be a single show that's actually going to be worth a darn.
And even if Doctor Doom is in Black Panther, some people are saying that. I doubt he will be.
Why would you introduce
How?
the great villain and make him like a little background character in this movie that's doing their own thing?
Yeah.
No, this man needs to
He
put
can have
on
his
a
own
show.
movie,
he
just with his backstory.
Doom.
Yeah, and maybe that's what Howard Stern's talking about. Let's hope he's talking about a show and not a casting. But I don't know. I don't like that Secret Wars is that close, and I don't like that 2 Avengers movies are that close.
I'm just surprised we're gonna get another Avengers movie.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder who's going to be the Avengers at that point.
Well, it's gonna be Ironheart,
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, Gwen Stacy as Spider-Man by then. We'll have made enough. We'll have made another Spider-Man movie where we replace him. Miles Morales will be a good one. It will not be the
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. Oh, absolutely.
Mighty Thor. Oh wait, they killed her already.
Yeah. What? Why'd you kill her? Like, why would you make her a thing and then just take her from me like that?
I wanted more.
I like Natalie Portman, and you took her from me.
All right, Anakin, calm down. But yeah. So, we've gone over everything. There's 3 I'm excited for, but Fantastic Four is the 3rd, and I'm kind of really iffy on that. I want it to be good. That's one of my favorite comics.
Guardians of the Galaxy. But the main reason to be excited for that, Adam Warlock, not excited about it because it's too late. It's too late. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, I am mostly excited for that movie because, like I said, Paul Rudd is hilarious. And I'm interested in seeing what they do with Kang and how that works out and how this... I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I
have a question, too. Fantastic Four coming in the beginning of Phase 6. Do you feel like they're coming in too late?
Yes, they need to be doing that now.
Like, they should have been in here before Phase 4.
If you're going to do the... I think you introduce them in Multiverse of Madness, that's a possibility, and then, the next year you come out with their movie.
Well, think about it. Adam Warlock, one of the most powerful beings there are in Marvel, is going to be on the big screen before the Fantastic Four. How can you have characters like that still being introduced when you have him and people like that? Like Nova could even be introduced. Phi Lavelle's coming in.
Well, here's my thing. This is where I don't like them getting these characters in. They're just bringing characters in. Look, Marvel had 60 years. And what they would do is they'd put a character out there. And Adam Warlock was originally he was a throwaway character.
Yeah.
And somebody took him and they wrote over time, they changed him. They wrote a backstory for him. They gave him the Soul Gem. It used to be the Enclave. His original was like people on Earth. He wasn't done in outer space. This is going to be done in outer space. So, its whole reasonings for things are different.
Yeah.
And I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be a good, fun movie. But the main reason to be excited about that is taken away from us. Because Adam Warlock should have been the one that helped handle Thanos.
Yeah. They tried to make it Captain... Like in Miss Marvel, I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to get around to it. There's a clip.
If Adam Warlock had... And I swear to God, if Adam Warlock had just showed up out of nowhere...
Imagine if he was...
And wrecked the ship and then was there and
They've got to make him evil first, though. But he should have shown up... Well, yeah, because... Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 to Volume 2, there's 6 months difference or whatever. It's a very small time jump. Even though it came out years later. That's in, universe.
Yeah,
that's how short it was. Infinity War's a big jump. Why did he not go after them before? And then be good at that point?
Bad writing.
Taika
Waititi ruining the Asgardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's the movie we wanted.
That's the movie we wanted. and you gave us 2 seconds. I will not forgive this, Taika Waititi, what you have done to
Listen,
me.
we're gonna make it worth it though. You remember the screaming goat joke from like 2010?
No.
We're gonna make a movie with that instead.
Are they still funny?
The first 3, maybe. The one where they came crashing through the window in Mount Olympus. I laughed at 3 of them. The first one, I was like, "Oh my god, they really put this in here." Like it's more like this is stupid. The second one, when they came crashing through the window of like Mount Olympus or whatever they called, and like the windows crashing and Paradise City's playing, I think, at that point.
I don't know. I only saw the movie once.
I only saw it once. I was laughing because it's just like this, like it's visually like one of the actual good visual scenes, like CGI wise. Like it looked good. Paradise City's playing or whatever it was, and all of a sudden you just hear this goat screaming as it comes through the window. I was like, oh my gosh. Like I couldn't believe it. And then the last one is when they look like they're going at the planet, and then they just hit it, and you thought it's like, like when a Star Destroyer is going at a planet.
That was a Rick and Morty joke.
It is.
It was. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's Rick and Morty right there.
Yeah. That one, I was just like, Rick and Morty, haha, But it's more because they hit the planet and then scream like land ho kind of after they hit. I thought that was kind of funny because they were quiet up until then.
Is that all we got?
But that's pretty much all they got. So I just tallied it up. You said you were excited for 3 out of 15 projects we went over, not counting animated or like the other. I was excited for 4 because I want to be excited for Fantastic Four.
You're a Marvel shill too. It's okay.
4 movies.
You and Bill Murray can go have whatever y'all have with y'all's
I'm
Disney.
Not a Disney
You
shill.
were wearing a Disney hat.
I'm not a Disney shill.
I don't like Disney shills. Papa Daniel.
Oh god. But listen, I'm gonna make a contract right now for 3 movies for Papa Daniel. All right.
All right. Just give me that Papa Daniel money.
All right. We went over 15. 3 were good. 4 were good. DC, yeah. John Wick. Don't think about it. It's great.
I mean, even if you think about it, it's great.
Yeah. San Diego Comic-Con. Overall, 1 out of 10. How would you rate it?
I didn't go.
Announcements wise,
same lame stuff that they always announce.
I give it like
look,
a 4.
Comic-Con right here is for people that have the money, to get the tickets,
or live in San Diego,
have the tickets to go there and nerd out, and just have a blast. Yes, they have big announcements, but it's
if
like
our channel
sometimes
ever blows up, we will be there, and Daniel will be Slave Leia.
No, I will.
I just killed our channel.
You just killed our channel.
Just so they don't have to see it.
Slave Leia. Jesus Christ. And on that note, we're
Hut
the Everyday
Slayer,
Nerds, and we're out of here.
Yeah, till next time.
I can't work under these conditions!
It's just very loud. I was making sure no water's coming in over there.